Intimidated. Stop the barracks and double the patrols. If Paros is sending them, I want to know the moment they make landfall.
Yes, sir.
But Archon, please, the merchants have...
I understand your concerns. But protecting the town and the quarries is what's most important. You may all go. The meeting is over.
Alexios. How?
When I closed my eyes, I could still see you fall. I thought I had lost you.
Cassandra is still alive.
I have her, don't they? I rebuilt my life from ashes. Do you understand? Now you tell me you're alive. You're both alive. It's really you. It's not some trick of the gods.
I found you.
Your sister. We have to get her back.
She's too far gone.
I gave up on you both once. Never.
What have you...
How did you...
I have a lot of questions.
I think we both do. But ask. I'll answer what I can.
I want to know about my real father.
How did you know?
I was told.
Nikolaos. You saw him.
In Megaris, yes.
Nikolaos was your father. He was the man who raised you. Until he took his Spartan duty too far.
He mentioned another. What can you tell me about him?
I always hoped you would never need to discover the truth. But there are things you need to know if we are to stop the cult.
What do you mean?
He sought me out before I knew your Nikolaos. I've not heard from him in a long time. What's wrong?
Soldiers from Paros just made landfall in the cove. A small force, maybe a dozen.
Malaka. Timo, gather the troops. Questions will have to wait, Lan.
I want to help.
I assume you can use those weapons?
Better than when you last saw me.
Good. Come.
Who is it?
Across the bay. It seems Silanos has finally grown tired of sharing the market trade.
Why now?
We've always had problems with Paros. I expected an attack, just not so soon.
I guess the time for talking is over.
Allies often forget their allegiances when opportunity beckons.
Why do you working with Sparta, given all that's happened?
Paros made an alliance with the Athenians, so they left me little choice.
You needed support.
A rivalry with Paros is one thing, but they turned it into a war. Their partnership with Athens was too much to weather for Naxos alone.
How is that possible? My blade would make short work of you. It'll soon go. I'm impressed you got this far.
There's always been a rivalry between the islands. After all, Naxos used to control Paros and Andros. They're envious of our craftsmen, too.
And now?
They think they deserve expansion. Their oligarch demands their wings spread wide. But we'll clip their wings before that happens.
They don't know who they're up against.
You remind me of Nikolaos. You fight just like him. Ruthless and cunning. He would be proud.
I've never forgotten what you both taught me. I had a good education.
I wanted you to be unstoppable. And you are.
What happened to you in Argolis after that night?
I found your sister and rushed to a young doctor's apprentice, Hippocrates. I thought I'd lost you. I wasn't ready to lose you both.
I spoke with him recently. That night still haunts him.
I was heartbroken when the healers in Asclepios told me Cassandra was dead. The two of you were my whole world.
But she did live. They lied to you.
They must have realized she was special and handed her over to the cult.
She's been brainwashed. She believes she's doing what's right.
Some have successfully abandoned the cult. We could bring her back.
We owe it to her to try. I don't understand why the cult targeted our family.
There are many reasons, Lam.
What did we ever do to them?
Now that we're reunited, it's more a question of what we could do to them.
They fear us.
Your ancestors have been a thorn in their side for generations. They've decided we need to be eliminated to ensure their plans come to fruition.
The cult will pay for all they've done to our family and the Greek world.
You are mighty, Lam, but you cannot defeat that beast with sword and spear alone.
I'll use any weapon I can to make them suffer as we have. I know you left Sparta, but how did you end up on this island?
I couldn't stand by Nikolaos after what he did. I had to get out of Sparta.
So why here?
I saw an opportunity to help people, to grow something. I was elected to rule and protect this island from those who would ruin what we've built.
You've done some incredible things. Naxos is lucky to have you as its leader.
It's not been without its difficulties, but I'm proud of what we've achieved.
It's a pity there aren't more leaders like you. Let's continue this discussion somewhere the smell of death doesn't linger.
Ride with me.
The island is beautiful.
It is. Sparta has nothing on Naxian beaches.
Sparta. All I remember is the bottom of Mount Taygetos.
When I brought you to the Pythia as a baby, she never said we would live a nightmare. She said you had such promise.
The Pythia can't predict everything. Off we go now. Your general acted quickly, bringing the alarm.
Timo knows Paris is a threat. They make their business clear.
They can't be more clear than sending soldiers. There's no treaty?
Maybe there was, but it's long over. Now there's no mistaking them for anything but the enemy.
An enemy I could help you defeat.
We'll discuss that later. But I think you're right.
Come on.
Paros must be stopped. Paros must be stopped. Paros must be stopped. The temple's coming along, Evandros.
It will stay in ruins if we don't secure more donations. Soldiers can't get all the funds.
They can if you don't want the temple destroyed by our enemy. But I'll see what I can do.
It's a good deed restarting construction. Ligdamis was a great man who deserves reverence.
His battles against corruption and oligarchy are lessons we all should remember. I do intend to finish the temple.
Thank you, Phoenix.
What a strange day it has been.
But a good one.
I've certainly had worse.
Me too.
You have grown into a remarkable man. but I see the burden you carry on your shoulders.
Finding you has lessened it, I think.
I'm glad, but I have wondered why the gods chose to reunite us now.
So we can destroy the cult once and for all.
If only it were that simple. You are mighty, but we cannot stop them alone.
They are the source of all our pain, and they will cause more to many others unless we act.
I put that life behind me the moment I left Sparta. I have Naxos to worry about now.
Let me help you here. We can safeguard Naxos, and then hunt down the cult together.
Myrrine, the symposium is about to start.
By the gods! I'm sorry, my sweet. I forgot. Prepare the horses. I'll be out shortly.
The symposium?
I need to show the people their leader is strong and in control. Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath. I will help you stop the cult, but before I can leave Naxos, I have to ensure it will survive without me.
What do you need?
Paros has to be dealt with. We need to weaken their position. Once they're vulnerable, they will make a reckless decision and we will strike.
What did you have in mind?
We must force the Paros fleet to engage us and destroy it. But my admiral, Aeneas, is missing. His ship was sailing for Paros to engage in peace talks, and he never returned.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
If you need me, I'll be at the symposium. Although, try to look less intimidating should you choose to pay me a visit.
Blood or change. Finicus must choose.
This artist's work is everywhere. Their dislike is as clear as water.
Answer with a weapon. Then there will be no backtalk.
You have to think before you act. This is politics. However tempting it is to act on instinct.
This rebel obviously wants attention. Someone should give it to them.
I had a similar thought. And I think that someone could be you.
Tell me where they are, and I'll put an end to this.
See the pigment of the paint. It's a rare color, and I only know one artist who chooses to use it. Last I heard, he lives in a cave at the Rutsuna waterfall.
Is the rest of this art as subtle?
More of the same. Death threats. The dust in Naxos must settle, or Finicus will be killed and replaced as Archon.
I know artists are sensitive, but something really made this one mad.
The city thinks war is coming, and they're not wrong. But they're certain that Finicus is the one driving us toward disaster.
I'll stop them.
We cannot answer their threats with violence of our own. That will add more fuel to the fire.
If that's what you want.
It is what she wants. Finicus wants to fight for the people, not against them. Just stop them making any more art.
If you consider this art, this came from whatever wrote this message. I'll take it to the art merchant.
Τούτο άδικον εστίν.
Έχουμε πόδας μπακεράς εξ Αιγύπτου και ο φόνας αρίστη. Έχουμε νεράντας αριστοτεχνή. βρίσκεται. Υπέ και ευρύσου.
There's some hair stuck in the paint. Maybe from the brush the artist used. I better ask Agilos. This color looks strange. I should ask the art merchant where the artist could have got it.
Κορίνθου και Κρήτης. Δωρεύω εκ Κυρίνης και εξ Αθηνών. Και Ίνος εκ Θάσουτε και Ρόδου.
I have some things to ask you.
Go on. It's the slow season.
I found these rock fragments near the graffiti. Do you recognize them?
That, my friend, is emery. Used for various artistic endeavors. Won't give the pottery as good of a shine in that state, though.
Emery? The rock? Is it found on Naxos?
It's mined from the Rotsuna waterfall.
This pigment is only used in the graffiti. Has anyone been buying this from you?
I do remember a man asking about this color now that you mention it.
Just him?
Yes, from what I remember. I didn't have any when he asked. He seemed impatient and asked if anyone else sold it.
I found this hair stuck in the paint of the graffiti. Does it mean anything to you?
Many artists here on Naxos use wild animal hairs to form the bristles of their paintbrushes.
What animal is this hair from?
It's too long to be a deer. I've heard that some thrill seekers like to get hairs from the bears that live on the island. They're mad if you ask me, but artists are an unusual sort.
Thank you. Eroso.
Maybe you'll buy something next time.
Χαίρετε και καλώς ήλθετε στο μείζον πολιτήριο ενταυτή.
Επιθυμείτε ο άντρες και γυναίκες την αμεφέρει μνήμη. Μην λυπήστε επί το επιθυμητό νου.
There's that artist. Found you. There you are. I've been looking for you.
Who's I?
Finica sent me to find and stop the artist. You?
You're here to kill me.
That's up to you.
Please, Mistios. Finicas is a great leader. Tell her I said that. I'm just a hand, not a mind.
Then you're a gutless sheep. You write what you don't believe.
I didn't know it would go this far.
Tell me why you did it.
I was commissioned. A contract from soldiers. They have power. You try to find people like that.
I would. I'm not spineless.
Mistios, I'm a poor artist. The Archon promised Rach me I've never dreamed of.
And look where it got you.
I'll stop now, I promise. Not another word.
If you don't, you'll make an easy kill.
No more graffiti, I promise. Here, my contract. See for yourself.
We're finished here.
You won't hear from me again.
Ugazio sostituto bambino.
Did you not hear what I said? These are their most skilled killers. You cannot stay in the public eye. they'll find you.
I understand you perfectly. But I also need to be seen. The propagandist did his job well. I need more support to attack Paros.
I've seen too many people die already. Please, come away from here.
Aspasia, what brings you here?
Alexios! Read the room, my dear.
What's this about the cult sending soldiers?
Play along. The people here need convincing that I'm still a worthy leader. Aspasia's trying to have me hide myself away.
She is under threat of assassination. My sources say the elite forces are already in Naxos. I cannot watch this happen again.
You want me to handle the cult soldiers?
Not only that, my people won't believe Paros is behind this without proof. I need you to find it.
Of course.
Good. And I'll make the rounds here. Shore up my support. Be careful. They're dangerous.
I know.
I'll get her out of here safely.
Where do your sources say I should start looking?
I'd try the caves under Mount Zas. The cultists are so enamored with their own mysticism. It's predictable enough for them.
I don't think anyone sent to kill you is going to admit who they're working for.
You're right. Physical proof is better. I'm sure you can find something.
Of course. I'd be happy to help you both. I'll see you again later.
It doesn't matter where I got the information.
You should know by now that I'm not one to follow orders blindly.
I should be extra careful in this area. A cave entrance. They're in there. Better stay hidden.
Hide! Hide! Over there! That's where the archer is! You're dead, Mistios! I don't see them! I've got you now! Get back here, coward!
They say Zeus grew up in these caves.
Stamped with the seal of Paros. And a letter. Some kind of code.
Paros must...
The cult soldiers were paid with drachmi from Paros.
Well, I could hardly ask for clearer proof. This will settle some scores. Take this to the Merchants Guild. Tell them it's the proof I promised. And tell them they can keep the coins.
Of course.
There was also this. I assume it's their orders.
I recognize this. It's an old dialect. The cult must use it to communicate with one another.
You can read it?
This money isn't from Silanos. It's from someone in Sparta.
That's not possible.
I can translate it for you, but these orders come from a Spartan king.
The Spartan nobility has always resisted the cult.
The cult is like water. Any crack in the stone and they'll get in.
Sparta stands against corruption.
Sparta has changed since we were there. Corruption spreads everywhere. As Aspasia says, even to Sparta. They want to instill discipline across the Greek world while they rot from within. They're focused on the wrong enemy.
I am still Spartan. And so are you.
Are you really?
I have responsibilities here. Paros needs to be stopped. But then, yes, I will go back.
We will destroy your statues. We will burn down your temples if that's what it takes to rid the world of rodents like you.
Best stay out of sight.
positions!
And what happened on Naxos? Did you find your mother?
I found her, Barnabas.
Wonderful! Maybe now we can kick back and relax.
But I have bad news. We know the cult of Cosmos poisons everything they touch. But now even Sparta's in their grasp. They'll have everyone fighting like dogs until the world is back in the Dark Ages. I have to stop them.
Then that's where we'll sail to next.
I'm glad you're with me. Ready the lines!
You're the only survivor?
They took prisoners. I was too far gone to carry back to Paros.
What happened?
We came to talk peace with Paros. They ambushed us.
What of your captain, Aeneas?
Took him.
If Paros has him, where would he be?
They joked about tying him atop the quarry and letting the sun soften him up.
Why keep him alive?
Leverage. They know he's important to Finicas.
I'll get him.
Make them pay.
Got to be careful not to get spotted. There's Aeneas. He's in bad shape.
Σωτήραν κοινά αναμένω.
There's someone here! Draw your weapon! check that... Do you see them?
No trace.
Stay focused. Find the car.
I hear and obey.
No one here, but I bet they're close.
Next time,
Ah! You don't stand a chance!
Hey, get away!
Die!
Here. Got it, son.
Aha! You're mine! Going down!
I know he's here somewhere. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Πού και μη κοιτώ το τέλος όψεστε. Βοήθεια!
I need to hunt him down. I know he's not far.
Προχώρη! Γίνει! Πού και μη κοιτώ το τέλος όψεστε. Δεν προνέξω! Πρόσω! Πού καλόν εστι! Τι το τούτο!
The gods
You're
sent
a hard man to kill.
I know she wouldn't abandon me. Quick, let's get out of here.
You'll get me a house! There's enough light to take you to Hades with me! Gods, we have to be careful around this one! Peace is coming, friend! Can't believe you're still standing! I'll tear you to shreds! Get going! I'm blocking my path! Malaka! What's up?
There's nothing here. Thank you, Mystios. I hope Phoenix pays you well for this.
Remind her for me.
Something's wrong with Paros. More than usual. Strange things are afoot.
What did you see?
There were others. Not the Paros type. One had a mask. Never seen that before.
A mask?
I couldn't tell who he was. Time to get off this godforsaken island. I know my way back.
You should tell Phoenix what you saw.
I'll report to her at once.
You may speak.
Ships from Paros have blockaded the harbor.
God curse Silanos and his damned cult! Do they never tire of meddling? Ugh! Tell them I'm on my way.
Blockade?
I've refused to pay tribute to Athens, and Paros is taking advantage of the situation. There goes our hope of striking first.
I can bring my ship around and clear the harbor.
Just you against an entire blockade?
You're right. It's terrible odds. For Paros.
Be safe, and come back to me, lamb.
I'd better turn around before I capsize.
This is too easy.
can't take a boat like this into deep water. Ready to depart!
Nice to see you, Commander.
Onward! Archer! Ready! Get them!
The harbor is clear. We need to move out before they send reinforcements.
We're almost ready. Timo?
The ships are loading now. They'll be ready on your command.
Alexios, a word.
Is something wrong?
Besides the attacks on my island and the cult's meddling, no. But we must speak privately.
Whatever you need.
The cult must be stopped. When we return to Laconia, it will be dangerous.
I'm used to it. We both are.
Here I know who I can and cannot trust. I would have said that about Sparta too, but this news about the king...
Did Aspasia find out which of the kings is working with the cult?
For all we know, it's both. We must cleanse Sparta of its corruption, no matter the cost.
At least now we can face them together.
Yes. For all that those bastards tried to take from us. And your sister. We will find her. Come see me when you're ready. Are you ready to sail?
Where to?
We're going to destroy the fleet of Paros once and for all. Only then will Naxos be secure enough for us to leave.
I'm ready.
Then I leave this to you.
With your shield. Or on it.
And now we strike a blow to the cult.
Ready for departure! We're at maximum speed!
There's something floating there. We can retrieve it.
Rowers, go! Whoa! Feel that wind!
The rowers need time to rest.
More oars! Maximum speed! Forward! Here we go!
We are at full speed, Commander.
Hang on tight!
We've spotted some salvage.
Head for open water! Slower, now! Go! Full speed! I need archers! Arrows!
Steady your aim! Hold! We need to watch those fire attacks!
Increase speed! Ramming speed! Ready to shoot! Attack! Now! Ready arrows! Fight them for all your worth!
Wait until they are engaged!
Shoot! Archers to the front! And fire for the arrows!
Try again!
Arrows!
Come on! Try to grab us! No good!
Archers! Ready yourself! Now! Attack! Let's see how they like flame! Archers, we need you! Now! Archers, get ready! Get those arrows lit! Ready to shoot!
Commander, we are waste, but get out of the way!
Release now!
We're reloading!
Now they'll burn!
Attack is full!
More speed! Keep up the speed! More speed! We're moving now!
We are going as fast
Let's
as
move!
we can, Commander!
Faster! Full power!
We can't go any faster!
Increase speed! We're at full speed! Forward!
Rowers need time to rest!
Faster! Fast as we can! Bear to dock!
Naxos seems secure.
We have done great things together for its people.
But now, we must look beyond these shores and destroy the cult.
They are everywhere and nowhere. Their followers are without number. Where do we start?
We cut the heads off the beast, one at a time, until they are blind and defenseless.
Sparta.
Sparta?
I still have influence there, and allies. We can rally around our home and cleanse it of their influence as an example to the world.
It will be dangerous. Their hold on Sparta is strong.
Don't you think it's time we returned?
Together.
I have only a few more things to do here.
As soon as you're ready, we'll set sail for Laconia.
I think there's something you should do first.
What?
You need to find your father.
Who is he?
He's a difficult man to describe. He's many things, but the only way to truly know him is to meet him yourself.
So you won't tell me now?
There are details only he can provide. I hope when you meet him, you understand. You'll find what you need on the island of Thera. I've given your navigator the course. I'll see you in Laconia.
I'll be there.
May Poseidon keep you safe.
Safe journeys. Thera. What's this?